Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Dr. Brad Shapiro. Glad you guys could join us in this show. And I've got a very good friend of mine, Carrie Takata. That's always a hard last name to say, but I kind of spit it out. Her and her husband, Warren, just great people, great friends. We go to church with them. But before we get started, let me give you the standard disclaimer, and then we'll roll into our newest episode of Ultimate Health Media. But standard disclaimer, please understand that we're not trying to treat you over the airwaves. So if you do have a healthcare concern, or if we talk about anything that sparks your interest, please seek out the healthcare provider of your choice, whether it's chiropractor like myself, a nurse like our guest, a medical doctor, massage therapist, dentist, whatever the case may be. Please seek out the healthcare provider of your choice. So with that, we'll get started. Hello, Carrie. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for asking me.
Yes, yeah. I think it's going to be a fun show.
Yeah, like you were saying, my name's Carrie Takata, but my maiden name, Carrie Vincent,
Yes.
Was raised here in Franklin County. So most people would know my family as the Vincents here in Franklin County.
Yes. Oh, yes. Most people know the Vincents. Great family for sure. Well, good deal. I guess to kick us off, and just so the listeners know, this is going to be a hodgepodge of different things, a little testimony, a little clinical, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But to kick us off, if you don't mind, just tell the listeners some of your background, just where you grew up. You know, obviously you grew up here, and your family and kids and husband, and just a little bit of your background.
Okay. Well, I'm Carrie Vincent Takata. I'm actually on my second marriage. I was married to Chris McDonald from here in Franklin County. I have a daughter who's 31 and a grandson. My mom and dad. I have a older sister who lives in Hawaii, and my younger brother here in Franklin County who with his 6 kids, whole house full.
Yes,
but,
it is a house full, a wild house full, a good house full. Yes.
Well, after I graduated, I'll just start there. When I graduated from high school, I didn't exactly know what my career was or what I wanted to do, and I had a grandmother who constantly wanted someone in the family to be a nurse. And so I thought, okay, I'll just be a nurse. And I didn't get accepted into the nursing program. You know, I waited till the last minute to decide that. So I decided I'll go to LPN school. Went to LPN school and still graduated I started actually, graduated high school at 17 and started the program because I remember they started not to let me join because I was still just 17 years old, but finished the program when I was 18, and then later went on and got my RN, and that was all because of my grandmother who wanted someone to be in healthcare and be a nurse, and she was like my second mother to me.
Okay.
And so I'll just go into my testimony now because
Yes.
I was a nurse, LPN, got my RN, but let me back up. I loved going to church when I was a kid. Absolutely loved it. My parents at the time were not into church, but I would call my neighbors, I would call school teachers, I would call my grandparents, my aunt, my uncle, whoever would come out to Winchester Springs, where we lived, to come and get me to take me to church.
Yes.
I don't know if I loved it because just getting out of the house or I think I loved it, just something about being at church. Of course, by the age of 10, around 10, my mom and dad got into church, a little Baptist church here in town, and I accepted the Lord in my life I don't remember. I was a young teenager. I do remember that.
Yeah.
And so was saved, baptized, and then a little later on, of course, just fell away from the Lord.
Yeah.
The struggles of life and everything, and stopped going to church. Didn't even think about the Lord, actually.
Okay.
And at the time, my husband, who I married, before we were married,